We got some news today. Swiss real estate company closing a $134 million deal using blockchain. $134 million. That's a lot of money, Matt.
It is.
It is a building on the prestigious, I'm not going to, Baha-Straße in Zurich, Switzerland. That was a mouthful. Was successfully tokenized and sold on the blockchains today. The new owner of the building is Swiss real estate investment company Brickmart. Am I saying that right, Matt?
Yeah.
Brickmart. The company had issued bond-backed cryptocurrency that figuratively represents shares of ownership in the building. The token are currently available to accredited institutional investment professional who wants to cut themselves in on earning some of the building's rental income and benefit from any rise of the property value. So basically, Brickmart is a real estate company that specializes in blockchain, and they bought a building in Switzerland for $134 million. Let's see here. The former owner, it says here, the former owner is a company called RFR Holding, but it will still retain a vision ownership after this sale. The term required that RFR receive 20% of Brickmart's total supply of tokens pertaining to the building. So the company will maintain significant interest there and collect passive income from it going forward.
So let's summarize here. We got a Switzerland company. They're paying $134 million for the building. They reissue stock, so to speak, as like a blockchain cryptocurrency token that you can buy, and you can buy it like Bitcoin or something. And as the value of that building goes up, your token is going to go up, and you can sell it.
Right.
Kind of like a stock.
Right. It's like a REIT. You know, REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. So basically, like the stock market, you buy shares or give the investor.
But it's
the
like
money.
like a real estate stock. But I think REIT is like a group of real estate stocks, which we'll talk about soon.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I believe that's right. But yeah, so this is like kind of like a real estate stock, and you get a Bitcoin type of token, and you cash it out once that $134 million raises in value.
Right. And they also get part of the rental income as well.
Yeah, that's
which
pretty
is
cool.
Like that's pretty cool. That's different.
Yeah, and it sounds very similar to like syndicating deals for multifamily.
Right.
And they get some. That's cool. They get some cash flow out of it and stuff. And you have to be an accredited investor. And if you're familiar with that, like an accredited investor has to make a certain amount of money per year, and they have to be like registered with the SEC or something like that.
Right.
And so yeah, this is available to only accredited investors. So unless we are accredited investors, which I'm not, then we can't.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. Then we can't.
It sounds like something I want to get into.
Then we can't. Yeah, we can't buy this blockchain thing like we can Bitcoin.
Right.
So this is only available to accredited investors.
Right.
And that's it.
Brickmart says this tech-driven real estate purchase is just the first step in much bigger plan to build a blockchain power real estate business that could be worth much more than $134 million. I think this sounds like something that we talked about last episode of PropTech. You know, there's a tech-driven real estate purchase. So.
Yeah, it's very technological, and they're going to let the owner keep a 20% stake, which I don't know if that's common in big multifamily commercial purchases or not, but I guess it is. And
like a 10, 12.
But yeah, they're holding on to, I think it said 20%, and and so the former owner still actually has a piece of the deal,
Yeah.
which is very interesting.
$134 million, and you get 24% interest. I mean, piece of the deal. That's a good deal for RFR.
Yeah,
I would do it.
yeah, sounds like a
But-
good deal, from what we know at least.
But yeah, PropTech. This is a next step for it. What else we got here? Real estate lead stocks to records on a good week.
The REITs, the REITs,
Mm-hmm.
T's.
So U.S. equity market continued to roll this week with fresh record across the major indexes, powered by Goldilocks. It's like, what did Goldilocks? What did I heard that from? The Three Bears.
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, economic data and resolution on the U.S.-China trade deal, which gained more than 2.5%. It was the best week of REITs in nearly a year. So REITs is a real estate investment trust. That itself is like an investment, right? Like,
Yeah, they're
it's different from the stock market in a way. But
Well, there you can buy REITs on the stock market, and I actually I held a REIT called V&Q. It's the Vanguard Real Estate Holdings, whatever they hold, and
Right.
I bought stock in V&Q, and then I sold it because it reached the all-time highs,
There you go.
And so
That's how you do it when it reaches an all-time high. In my opinion, you sell that thing.
yeah, sell it right. So I sold it at its all-time high, and maybe I'll buy some more REITs when they go back down. I don't know. We'll see.
Look at Matt,
But yeah,
investor.
that's
He's
right.
ever what don't you don't do? You know, you have money in real estate and stock market.
Yeah. Well, a little bit. I don't do a whole lot of real estate stock investing. I don't do a lot of stock investing, but I just do a little bit. I dabbled in it many years ago, and I just never took the money out. And so every now and then, just as a hobby,
There you
I'll
go.
do a little bit.
I always want to do put my money into some stock, but REITs sound like more of a safer investment because you invest in the money going to like property, something that you can touch.
Yeah. Well,
So
the real
it's-
estate companies, yeah.
Yeah.
It goes to the companies that invest in real
Right,
estate.
and they invest in real estate. So
yeah. And as long
I
as
would definitely have a look on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, as long as those companies are performing well, you get paid, and a lot of REITs will give you dividends too, as well. So
That's
it's a good thing.
it is. It was a strong holiday. The U.S. housing market picked up in 2020 where it left off in 2019 with signs of continued reactivation. Housing start surged to 13 years high, while home buyer traffic climbed to 20 years high. So sounds like a good year. 2020 is starting off
Yeah,
a good year right now.
the Roaring '20s are roaring, guys.
There you go.
They're roaring loud and hard.
There you go.
So take advantage right now.
Take advantage. Listen to Matt here.
Where are you
Take-
going to be in 2030? That depends what you do in 2020, guys.
There you go. Matt, you should be a motivational speaker.
That's right.
Let's see here. But yeah, that's all we got for REITs. And the next, moving on. Man, Matt, this might be a fast episode here.
We'll see.
We'll see. Let's see here. How do I rent a New York apartment for less than a year? I would say it'd be hard to rent.
Yeah, New York is a renter's market, and I think it's competitive, and it's one of those, like, the cost of living is very high over there, and it's hard
Yeah.
to find a landlord that'll give you a less than a year lease, and so that's
Right.
what this lease break is about, right?
Yeah,
It's new.
a company called Lease Break, where they specialize in finding short-term rental for you, and I'm pretty sure there's a huge fee for that. But nevertheless, if you're a college student that is there for a couple of months, you can contact Lead Spray and they will give you a short-term rental.
Yeah, you can look
And
on
you can stay there.
leasebreak.com, and it's only for New York, is my understanding.
Right.
And you can see all the Manhattan and parts of New York where you can get a short-term lease from less than 12 months, and as short as 30 days to as high as 12 months. And a lot of these rentals come fully furnished, kind of like an Airbnb,
Right.
which is cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it sounds like an Airbnb. Another way you can find short-term rental is basically find a leaser that looking to get out of their lease, and then make a deal like a sublease.
Yeah.
Sublet. Like, hey, I want to move out, but my lease don't end until 6 months down the road, or 4 months. Hey, let's make a deal. You move in, make payments and stuff. So
And if you're smart, you can use that to your advantage, because someone wanting out of their lease is a motivated seller, and you can say, "Yeah, I'll do it if you pay $100 a month for the rest of the lease."
There you go.
If you
But
want to be a wheeler and dealer.
yeah, and I expect with Lease Break, their property are furnished, because again they not staying there long. They just need a short term rental, so it would be nice. Yeah, according to for what I'm reading, it may be furnished.
Yeah, some of them are going to be furnished,
Yeah,
which is cool,
yeah.
just like an Airbnb. So it's very groundbreaking for New York. This lease break thing.
What's the
Pretty cool.
What's the shortest you ever rent, Matt?
The shortest I've ever rented.
Like you rent, and you have to get up fast.
Trying to think here. I mean, I've rented out from like just friends' spare bedrooms for
Yeah, that's
6 weeks or less.
right.
But yeah, when you move in somewhere,
Mm,
it's very hard to just pick up and go.
for real.
It's hard to pick up and go because you've already been living there. You got your stuff there,
Yeah.
and so most people end up staying a lot longer than they thought. Some people think, "Oh, I'm just gonna be here like 6 months." Well, fast forward 2 years, they're still there.
Yeah. Moving on to another news. Chip and Johanna from the the show called
Fixer
Upper from HGTV tried to buy a Cottonland castle for nearly 2 days. So a castle they're trying to buy.
They're trying to buy a castle.
Yeah, they're trying to live in a fairy tale. You can live in a fairy tale if you have a castle, right?
Yeah, if you
Like,
got money to buy a castle, you can do this.
Like, you have any reason why you would buy a castle? I don't know. What can you do with a castle?
You
Live
can
in a
impress a lot of people.
Yeah, party, and play. I don't know, Game of Thrones roles. I don't know. But it is the castle is 1,600 square feet. Let's see here.
Well, it's on 16,000.
6,700 square foot. Let's see here. Basically, yeah, not much to this article, but they're trying to buy a castle.
Yeah, so they're trying to buy a castle. The fixer upper stars,
Mhm.
and they want to live their fairy tale life in that castle, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing about Fisher Upper. When I watch Fisher Upper, they make it look like you can just go in, fix up the property, and sell in less than a couple of weeks. And it wasn't until like late I realized that they just taking segments throughout the process.
Yeah.
But that what leads Fisher Uppers, the buy houses thinking that they can go in and get in. Now there are I know some investors that can go in, fix up the property and get out, but most of the time it's hard. You got if you don't have the right contractors, there can be some delay or some unforeseen things that you haven't noticed or saw while you was inspecting the property, and closing costs as well. So, what do you think about fixer upper? Do you think that's do you think that's something you want to get into, Matt? I don't know.
Do I want to get into being a fixer-upper?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'd always like to try a few and see how it goes. But, I mean, right now I like doing the wholesaling, but, yeah, I would like to maybe try.
Yeah, that's like the next step, right? Get
Yeah.
into real estate, I guess. So, yeah.
So, yeah, and then you were talking about what's the next article?
The next article we got here is rapper Yo Gotti is getting into real estate or trying to get into real estate. It says here, he says real estate was one of the first thing I was doing. He said he been doing this before he picked up the mic and start rapping. So only most rappers and celebrities have that mindset. You see them buy flashy jewelries and clothes and all type of stuff. But what about real estate? You know?
Well, I read in there that he said he bought one house
Mm.
just with the mentality that if everything came crashing down, he would at least have a house.
There you go.
And he just went on from there buying more and more houses.
I say that's a right mindset to have no matter what you do, because you never know. You never know. Betty Sue may sue you, and you lose it all.
Yeah.
But you got real estate. You got a couple of houses that
And I was
bring in
assuming
passive income.
and I assume he was talking about cash. I guess he was buying for cash. I don't know. I don't think that article specified, but I'm guessing he had enough cash from his success to where he was able to pay cash for a lot of these houses. And like he said, if everything goes wrong, he's got a place to live, and he just has to pay some taxes and insurance on it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's all the news we got for today. If you have any questions, email me at rayrealtalk2@gmail.com.
The other segment.
There's another segment. Thank you, Matt, for remind me. There's another segment that we didn't put up on the last video because we was having some difficulties with the camera. As you can see, we are getting better and better at this. So the more we do this, the better it gets. The better the news we can bring y'all. So we're gonna add that at the end of this video. So instead of going black, you will see another segment to this video. So again, if you want to be on this show, email me or contact Matt. The thing is, when you come to the show, we want to keep this organic as possible. So I prefer no promotion. I'm not promoting my stuff. I do real estate. There you go. That's the only thing you need to know. If you want to know more, look me up. So again, there's a lot of promotion everywhere you look. So I want this to be a safe place. Well, we want this to be a safe place where people can come in, get their news, be aware, change their strategy, whether you buy a whole, fix and flip, wholesaling, the whole 9 yards, and move on. So
that's right. They're safe from promotion here. This is the only place that they're probably safe.
There you go.
Without getting sold.
Safe place.
Yeah. Safe place.
So that's all I got. I see y'all later, and stay tuned for the next segment.